back on this Friday. Henry Robertson is back with us, LC's professor, history professor. His book signing at the Ken House coming up next Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm really excited about
time
this.
For you,
It's
huh?
nice to see you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Mark, I'm glad to be here. This book signing is going to be at the Kent House, and I want to talk more about the dramatic story of the Red River Campaign in 1864. The title of my book is The Red River Campaign and Its Toll, 69 Bloody Days in Louisiana.
Right.
Because this was a scene of tragedy and pathos during the Civil War. I was talking to y'all earlier about a young man named George McNeil.
Yeah.
He was a Texan.
Right.
He had just graduated from college and entered the Confederate cavalry, participated in several battles and survived them. But then he was scouting along Bayou Rapides at a point called Middle Bayou that I've driven through numerous times, and learned that he was scouting along a bridge there and was shot and killed. One of the very young and bright stars who would fall in this campaign.
Right.
Others were Louis Benedict, who was a Union officer who came down from Albany, New York, who died at Pleasant Hill. So I have these dramatic stories that I want people to know more about. And it took me years to find them in the archives and bring them out, because otherwise they would be lost and forgotten.
Right.
And I think that's something as Americans we need to understand more about this past and the sacrifices that were made, and the tragedy of the violence and destruction that took place right here in the Red River Campaign.
People really not aware of the violence that occurred in this area.
Not aware of the desperate fighting that took place, and how both sides would run over the countryside and cause tremendous damage. In the years following the war, there was a claims commission, and about 116 people filed for compensation for the federal government, and very few got it, because it was a very stingy government at that time, quite opposite from today. But I did learn through a study of those records a lot of social history, and that's what I want to convey to people, that this is a story. It's a very dramatic moment in Louisiana's history, and to understand more about it, I think, would be really educational as well as entertaining.
Yeah, you're kind of bringing this back to life, so to speak.
Right, yes. I wanted to put some life, as you said, to this story, because it's not just dry facts. It is a time in which people experience something that had never been experienced beforehand in central Louisiana, has not been experienced since, and that is warfare right here in and
kind
among the communities. Yeah, in the communities and neighborhoods and places. It's also the story of the liberation of the slaves that lived in the Red River Valley. It's the story of the greed for the cotton that people wanted, the millions of dollars that were stored along the Red River Valley that motivated the campaign and drove both sides mad. I write about that, and I write about how you had a crossing that is not much of anything today on LA1, the Monet's Ferry, a Cane River crossing, in which a slave gave information to the Union Army that allowed them to go around the side of the Confederates and win the battle. Just neat,
some amazing stories.
Yeah, neat things, amazing stories
Well,
about that.
sounds wonderful. So when is the book signing?
The book signing is next Thursday, the 26th of May, at 6:30 p.m. at the Kent House.
How appropriate.
Yes, very appropriate. I'm going to talk about why the Kent House was not burned.
Yeah.
And I found some
Don't give it away.
evidence.
Yeah.
Not going to give it
Not
away
in this
now,
interview.
but 6:30, it's free and open to the public next Thursday at the Kent House.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, go ahead, Cindy.
No, I was just going to say, and is there another book in the making?
Yes, I'm working on a third book right now. In fact, I've collected a lot of information again, but it's a long process, and I'm only
imagine.
about halfway into it.
What do you enjoy most, Henry, about writing this book?
Well, I enjoy the research most, actually. Sitting in
Learning
archives
things
and learning things and knowing things. I enjoy that most, and then I enjoy getting it done and being able to talk to people about it.
And we need to learn. We need to learn in
You learn from
history.
history.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of lessons that you can gain from this, and I hope the stories will help you do that.
Thanks, Henry. Again, the book signing at the Ken House next Thursday.
Next Thursday, 6:30 p.m.
Thanks for
coming
being
by.
with us.
Thank
this
you so
morning.
much.
Thank you.
More on the Ken House when we come back. Alice Scarborough is with us.